Hi everyone, welcome back to CodeCrunch. In today's video, we are going to discuss about mastering nested for loops. So before watching this video, once go through the for loop video which we have discussed before, and let's get into this. What is nested for loop? Nested for loop is a for loop is simply a loop inside another. Inside a loop, another loop. The outer loop runs once for each iteration of inner loops. So once the for loop of outer loop, it runs every time of the inner loop. This is really useful when you need to repeat an action multiple times for each iteration of another loop. The basic structure of nested for loop. Let's see a basic nested for loop example and we'll discuss how it is going to work. So this is the outer loop. This is the inner loop. So this is the code we are writing inside the loops, nested loops. So this is the basic structure of the nested for loops. Writing one loop inside the writing one loop inside the other loop. We are writing a loop inside the other loop. That is nothing but nested for loop. Imagine you want to print a multiple multiplication table. Imagine you want to print a multiplication table. A nested loop is the perfect uh, practice to use because you need two loops. Here we have another outer loop that runs three times, and for each iteration of the outer loop, the inner loop runs three times. See, if the outer loop is I equals to 1, that 1 should be repeated. How many times it should be repeated? The entire times of the inner loop. Here the inner loop range is 3. So the outer loop of 1 should be repeated up to 3 times. This The result will be 3 cross 3 multiplication table. Let's see how the output will come. See, if you see here, the outer loop is 1. It started at 1 and it went to inner loop. It started 1 what we are printing I into j. Now the I is 1 and the j is 1. So into the star symbol is used for multiplication. 1 into 1 we get 1. Next, the outer loop did not change. It is still 1. It is multiplying with the j plus 1. That is 2. 1 into 2 is 2. Next, 1 into 3 is 3. The inner loop finished iteration of 3 times. So then next, the outer loop is changed. It's changed all the times with the outer loop. Now outer loop is changed to 2. 2 into 1, 2. 2 into 2, 4. 2 into 3, 6. Next, the outer loop 2 is multiplied with each variable of inner loop. Next, I increase to 3, that is 3 into 1, 3, 3 into 2, 6, 3 into 3, 9. So I also finished 3 times, J also finished 3 times in every loop of outer one. For each value of I, the inner loop runs from I equals to J equals to 1 to J equals to 3. This means that for every iteration of outer loop, the inner loop will complete its full cycle, resulting in the table being, being printed one row at a same time, printing a pattern with nested loops. Instead of uh, using two loops, we just used the nested loops. Using nested loops are also great for creating patterns like creating patterns of stars. You can see right angle, triangle stars. These all are created using nested for loop. Let's create a pattern for understanding better of nested loops. See, I am taking a outer loop that starts with 1 and up to 5. I am taking it increases by 1. If the inner loop equals to j starts from 1 and up to 5 increases by 1. Just want to print the star symbol. Okay, see, I is less than j. See, in the first iteration, I equals to 1. Brings up to 1. In the next iteration, I equals to 2. It brings up to 2. Next, I equals to 3. It print the stars up to 3. In next iteration, I equals to 4. It prints 4 stars. In next iteration, I equals to 5. It prints 5 stars. Let's see that. See, here in the first iteration, it is first star. In the second iteration, I changed to 2. So it printed 2 stars. In the third iteration, if you see, we have the slash t we used and print ln, that is true line we have used. So the A is 3 in this iteration, it printed 3 stars. In the next iteration, it is 4, it printed 4 stars. In the last iteration, I equals to 5, it printed 5 stars. In this example, the outer loop runs 5 times, and for each iteration of the outer loop, the inner loop runs as many times as the current value of 5. If I is 1, it runs only 1 time. If I is 5 times, it runs up to 5 times. This will print a right angled triangle made of stars. See, here I remove the LN, printing of new line. So if you see right angle triangle of a star symbol. The row is outer loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. First row, second row, third row. This is outer loop. In the inner loop, it says columns. See, in the first row, I is printed only once because J is only up to 1. 1. In the second row, the J is 1 and the J is up to I. That I is a 2, so it is printed up to 2. In the third row, when the I is 3, the J equals to 1. It printed J equals to 3. Printed. It is up to I. I is 3, so it printed 3. Same as the 4 and 5. And we can also use the nested loops with arrays. Just we'll write the program and see how to print arrays or matrix. That is, I'm going to demo all this. This is the using nested for loop to print a matrix. See, this is the way to print a matrix. First, this is the prints of three zeros, and 1, 2, 3 is printed using the J for loop. That's it for today's video. Don't forget, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to CodeCrunch. We will discuss more Java topics in the next video. So please support channel. See you in the next video. Thank you.